I want it, I got it.
The Just Dance series is the longest-running dancing game franchise. In fact, with a decade of annual releases, it's a pretty huge series in video games in general.
With 10 games under its belt, you'd be forgiven for wondering what new things it could possibly bring to the table. And visually, Just Dance 2020 looks very similar to the games before it. It's colourful, it's playful, and it's full of positive vibes. Kids Mode, which offers easy routines for younger gamers, makes a return, as does the online World Dance Floor, which ranks you against other players in a rolling catalogue of songs. And like previous years, 2020 includes a 1-month Just Dance Unlimited subscription.
There's also the new All-Star mode, which is sort of like a campaign. Here you play through 10 planets, each of which has one song from a previous year of Just Dance. Playing them unlocks a new exclusive song. A better reward than just one single song, but it was still cool to reminisce about past games. It kind of reminded me of Dance Central 3, where you did iconic dances from different decades.
Yeah, and it really puts into perspective how far the series has come. As you progress, dances become more interesting and varied. I liked seeing how the series has grown.
The Mojo gift machine also makes a return, giving you a lucky dip of avatars and stickers to collect. They're just a little bit of extra fun and flavour and help you feel like you're progressing, even though progression was never really the main appeal of these games.
No, the main course is definitely the dancing. Now, Rad, you are absolutely the biggest Just Dance fan I know, so what did you think of the routines?
Well, I'm gonna say that this is the best Just Dance game to date.
Ooh, big call.
Yeah, but I stand by it. The routines and costumes capture the vibe of the songs that they're paired with, which is something that had been lacking in previous games at times. This also resulted in a wider variety of dance styles that felt meaningful rather than shoehorned in. It really makes the experience feel richer, and the routines strike that good balance of complex and achievable.
I still feel like a baby giraffe sometimes, just limbs going everywhere.
Coordination.
What's that? Moves don't tend to repeat themselves as often as previous years, and they feel quicker. Gone are the days of mostly arm movements. These dances use your whole body and a decent amount of coordination. I also felt like I needed to lift my knees a lot. It's a whole workout.
Yeah, as someone who doesn't do much Just Dancing, I would have liked a little bit more repetition just so I could catch up. But even if I'm not nailing it, the game is so silly and inclusive that you don't feel bad for getting a bad score.
I will always believe that Kinect is the best way to play these games, but as support for the Kinect has ended, we played this on Switch, which is the second best way to play. Accuracy is good enough, and it's light enough to not be too intrusive. Plus, you can use a wrist strap for extra safety, unlike with a mobile phone. Phones are getting too big to dance with, and I'm scared of dropping it. But dancing is only half the story. What did you think of the song list?
There's a handful of super recognisable songs included, but like last year, I didn't know most of them. Thankfully, the dances are so good that it doesn't really matter if you know the song or not. And I didn't really find any of the songs irritating or too cheesy. Although there are still some pretty silly meme-style inclusions.
I really like that you could see this was for an international audience, with things like K-pop being included. That, alongside World Dance Floor, reminded me that I'm dancing along with people across the globe, just having fun and getting groovy. Even if I'm not the biggest boogier, I still had plenty of fun here, so I'm giving Just Dance 2020 4.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
As per usual, changes to the game are relatively small, but that doesn't mean that they don't make a difference. This game had me excited about a 10-year-old franchise, with refined routines and great themes. It feels like they've really learned from the experiments of past years and just given us the best that the series has to offer. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
Yeah, this is wholesome fun that's great solo, but even better with friends. The wider variety of dances in 2020 kept things fresh, and I had a great time. So I'm also giving it 5 out of 5 rubber chickens.